Alrighty, back in we go. Well, let's read the journal first, because I'm gonna let it stack up, and then I'll just get all confused. Plans to leave home. I learned something interesting from Dorothea, a maid working for Mr. Anderson, a man who seems to be an extremely prominent figure in Dropstone. It seems that Mr. Anderson's daughter, Katia, is planning to take a trip by herself, unbeknownst to her father. All the servants in Mr. Anderson's employ appear to be supporting Katia in her plan. But why all the secrecy? Mr. Anderson's memories. I finally spoke with Mr. Anderson at the site of the livestock competition. It seems his mother-in-law has searched for the Elysium box before her passing, though Mr. Anderson doesn't know why she was so intent on finding the box. It's clear to me now that the Elysium box and Dropstone are inextricably linked to each other, and that inextricably is a hard word to say, though I don't yet fully understand why. Well, Layton, it's got some letters in it, and it's hard to tell. Thanks to Luke, the livestock competition concluded as planned, but on a separate note, the most recent rumors I've heard in Dropstone concern a mysterious phantom town only accessible by the Momentary Express. Once we're back on the train, I'd like to give the interior another thorough examination to see if there might not be some kernel of truth within this rumor. See? I already caught up. Let's go. Train, 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 train. Boop. Wow, you got at least 30 puzzles under your belt. Nice going, bro. But if you want a challenge worthy of a real rock star, give me a holler. Okay. Holler, holler. How's that festival treating you, dudes? Pretty righteous, huh? This train isn't ready to move quite yet, so while you're waiting, I'll lay this sweet puzzle on you. No, please. It's heavy. Number 55, Sammy's necklace. Oh boy. Sammy has 8 chains with 7 links each. He wants to connect all these chains to make a totally awesome necklace that's a single loop. The jeweler says he can open and close a single link for $2. As shown below, Sammy could open an end of each of the 8 chains to make one long necklace that's a single loop. However, that would cost $16, and the truth is there's a cheaper way to get the same result. Using the cheapest method possible, how much will it cost to make Sammy's necklace? Okay. Okay. Alright. So you open this one. I guess, hang on. So you open and close, which will connect it to that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 16. Yes, okay. We're gonna use a hint. It's been a while. The number of links in each small chain is a crucial clue that will help you to solve the puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? Okay. Alright, another one. You haven't been opening only the links on the ends of each small chain, have you? So, is it... that you could... Is it one of those things where you basically, you take this apart and you put these together? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's set, like you get rid of this one completely. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So instead of 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6. So you'd get, it's $14. Right? 1456, yeah. So... Okay.
And now to test my theory.
You save a whole $2. That's for your morning paper.
And there we have it.
They want their $2. Score! Take one of Sammy's 7 link chains, break each link apart, and use them to connect the remaining small chains together. You can see this method illustrated here. If Sammy uses this method, he can get the necklace of his dreams for only $14. Sure. Alright. Sammy, that's pretty wild. The Military Express is back in business, baby! Get ready to ride, folks! Hey, you guys better hurry back to your seats, cause this train is ready to rock. I've forgotten his voice already. How? Okay, fine. That's fine. Puzzle sent to Granny Riddles and Shack. I checked it earlier.
Hmm?
Thank you so much.
Wow. Layton, stop staring.
What's going on over there?
I believe we may have stumbled upon Mr. Anderson's dear daughter.
That's one heck of a send-off.
Considering the size of the party, I doubt she's just going on holiday.
Katia. They're gonna say her name, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I was saying it wrong the entire time. Katia is the daughter of Dropstone's most influential man, Mr. Anderson, and has boarded the Military Express. Several villagers, and then several more villagers, like a pile of villagers, came to see her off, yet she travels alone. Where is Katia headed, and why is she making the journey there by herself? Because the others were too cheap to afford tickets. Boop. Chapter 3. A Diverging Path. I just can't stop thinking about this phantom town we keep hearing about. Could the rumors be true? If I recall correctly, the next stop on this line is the perfectly normal town of Luxembourg. Well, then how do we get to the phantom town? I want to see ghosts! I want to see hauntings! Professor, please! Calm down, Luke. That's an excellent question, Luke, though I don't have the answer. But if the Military Express does indeed head for parts unknown, the crew will know something about it. The Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to talk to the train's town to learn more. Mr. Anderson's daughter. Back at the station, I noticed a large group of people bidding farewell to a young woman boarding our train all by herself. I'm sure she was none other than Mr. Anderson's daughter, Katia. Though she was traveling alone, she didn't seem apprehensive at all. No, she seemed quite focused on the task at hand. I do wonder, though, why has she set out on her own, and where is she headed? Layton, you're kind of nosy. My kind of people. Alright, let's get out of here. Granny Riddleton, we have some puzzles. This is the wrong train, please. Caboose thing? That thing, okay. Can I go back here? It looks like there's no way in, huh? I forgot that things were blocked off on that way. Can't go. Nope. Okay. Alright. Nope. On we go then. Who needs to look indoors? This door. Empty. Empty. It's always nice to have light around. On we go. Where is everyone? Sir. I beg your pardon, sir, but we're not open for business at the moment. Do visit us later. We're really closed? Yes, you see, on the way to Luxembourg, there's a long, unlit tunnel we have to pass through. In the tunnel, none of the scenic views our restaurant affords patrons would be visible. It is Mr. Beluga's wish that all patrons will be able to enjoy the scenery while they dine. Hence our temporary suspension of service. Wow, talk about your classy operation. Mr. Beluga has really thought of everything, hasn't he? Oh, the kitchen? I guess we could go back to the kitchen. Hang on. Hang on. Hold, please. How's my little guy doing? I knew it'd be tough without him around, but I didn't realize how lonely I'd get. Is he happy? Don't you worry, he's doing great. He'll be as fit as a fiddle before you know it. That's real good to hear. Don't let me down, okay? Don't let me down now, okay? I'm actually about to close up the kitchen and take a break until we get to Luxembourg. I read it as I'm about to break up the kitchen, because he's a violent man, apparently. Most of the train shuts down for this leg of the trip, so you might as well go rest in your room. I refuse. I don't want a nap. I will run around and be a menace. Luke, calm down. No, you can't stop me this time, Professor. Okay, it's the ladies' room. Where's the lady? Hey, pretty lady. This one. Riddleton? Granny, hi. Let me just get in here. There's some puzzles that are unattended. Which house where? Puzzle number 35. Below are houses A, B, C, and D, each of which is a different color. Decipher each house's color from the following clues. The red house is closer to the pine tree than the blue house. The yellow house is closer to the lake than the green house. The green house is closer to the power lines than the blue house, and the leg bone connects to the hip bone. I ruined my joke. D is either yellow, blue, or green. Okay, so. Yellow, blue, green. Alright, got it. Okay. The yellow house is closer to the lake than the greenhouse. Okay, so this is yellow. And this would be yellow, green. Yellow, green. The red house is closer to the pine tree than the blue house. Okay, so this can't be blue. Okay, so it's yellow, green, red, blue. The greenhouse is closer to the power lines than the blue house. So it'd be green. So this is green. Or yellow. Okay, so if this was... the red house is closer to the pine tree than the blue house. I don't know if it's technically closer. Yes, that does look like... Okay, so this one's yellow. Hang on. This one's yellow. This one's green. This is blue. This is red? The red house is closer to the pine tree than the blue house. Yes, check. Got it. The yellow house is closer to the lake than the greenhouse. Yes, got it. Right? Kind of, maybe. The greenhouse is closer to the power lines than the blue house. Got it. Okay. D is either yellow, blue, or green. Change the color of each house by tapping on it with your... Okay, so this is yellow. This is... I've forgotten. This one's blue. This one's red. Let's just look one more time. Red house closer to the pine tree than the blue one. Got it. Yep. The yellow house is closer to the lake than the greenhouse. Yep. Got it. The greenhouse is closer to the power lines than the blue house. Yep, got it. D is either yellow, blue, or green. Alright. It should be it.
This should do the trick.
I've still got a baby.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's right. This is one of those puzzles where you need to use the given conditions to deduce the answer. Yes. Like with most puzzles? Which house where? Hat weather. Puzzle number 52. There is a fellow with very particular rules when he wears his best hat. Oh, it's Johnny. When it's sunny, he always wears his hat. When it's rainy, he doesn't wear his hat. When it's cloudy, he doesn't wear his hat, unless it's been cloudy for 2 days in a row, in which case he wears his hat on the second of these days. Classic Johnny. Below is a chart of when this man wore his hat over the course of 1 week. Use the panels to fill in the weather for each day, keeping in mind that it doesn't rain on cloudy days. Okay. We've got sunny. Sunny. Cloudy. I guess rainy then. Otherwise he'd be wearing his hat. That would be 3 days, so it can't be cloudy. Cloudy. Okay. Hang on. Doesn't wear his hat. That's been cloudy for 2 days in a row, in which case he wears his hat on the second of these days. Okay, so that's... Hmm. Okay. I don't have 2 cloudy things, right? Maybe it's like it was cloudy the day before Sunday? You know, maybe? And then this was sunny. Like maybe if last Saturday it was cloudy. So this would be the second cloudy day. Okay. So it's cloudy, no hat. Cloudy, hat. Sunny. Cloudy, no hat. Rainy, no hat. Sunny. Rainy, no hat. Sunny. I think that's right. I'm making an assumption there. My assumption worked. Alright.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Excellent. If you assume that the Sunday shown was the second cloudy day in a row and figure out that our friend wore his hat out that day, the rest of the solution falls right into place. Yeah, I was like, I don't have enough cards for this. Hat weather. Painting the flag number 54. You have a pristine white flag that you want to color into 3 sections as shown below. You have 3 paints. No two adjacent sections of the flag can be the same color. Each section can only be one color, and you can't change the number or size of these sections. If you aren't allowed to mix paint, how many distinct flag designs are possible? Alright. You got 12, I guess?
Leave it to me.
No, okay.
Looks like I botched that one.
Too bad. Think hard about the clues you've been given and try again. You can't mix paint. What color into 3 sections is shown below? You have 3 paints. Now 2 adjacent. Okay. I wonder if they're also thinking like I could leave part of it white. Which is true. So then I technically have 4 colors I'm working with. My memo, you butts. Hang on. Sounds like a nice even number. Oh boy, all my memo's gonna go if I'm wrong.
Let's see if this works.
No.
Well, I'm stumped.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a hint on this one. You have 3 paints you can use on the flag, but that doesn't mean those are the only colors at your disposal. I know. Maybe you've noticed that the white color of the flag's fabric is another color you can use in making your designs. Yep. Adding white to the 3 paints you have gives you 4 colors you can use to make flag designs. If the leftmost third of your flag is white, you will have a total of 9 distinct designs. When you say distinct, oh, no 2 adjacent sections. I thought they meant like, you can't have this and this be the same color. I'm like, I won't do that. I got you. But they gave me 2 boxes. You know what I'm saying?
Here goes. Well, I'm stumped.
But you just said right here, you will have a total of 9 distinct designs. What? What do you mean? That doesn't sound like that's right. Because I ended up with 33, and it didn't look like anything was repeating when I did it.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah, I was like, that's not right.
Oops, that wasn't right.
Hmm. 28? Yeah, we're brute forcing it.
Here goes.
Huh.
Oops, that wasn't right.
Okay, I decided to look this one up because it keeps getting rid of my memo. And so we'll be here all day because I will forget what patterns to put. So apparently the answer is 36. I was 3 off the first time.
Here goes.
So they did want you to go down that avenue.
Piece of cake.
I don't know what patterns I forgot. Yeah, I was like, staring at this doesn't help. I don't know which ones I didn't do. I'd have to go back and look really hard. Sharp thinking. Once you incorporate the white color of the unpainted flag into your designs, you can actually have 4 colors you can work with. Or you actually have 4 colors you can work with. If you assign a color to the left third of the flag and list all designs possible, you get a total of 9 variations. Multiply this number by 4, which represents the number of colors at your disposal to get the answer 36 variations. I don't know which one I missed, but I missed it. Ones. I know I missed 3 of them, which it's like, if I had missed 4 of them, that would make more sense, because then there would be 4 patterns that I had forgotten, if that makes sense, but... Thank you, Granny! Get better puzzles next time. I'm just kidding, they were fine. Talk to the train's crew. Finally, it's time to get down to business. It's been forever since I got to do some real work. What do you mean? Didn't you just finish repairing the train? Sorta, but before I can kick back, I gotta do... Oops, I mean nothing. Things are good. Suspicious man. Puzzle? Okay. I would love to talk to the train's crew. Where is the train's crew? You're new. Good day, sir. The name's Conrad. I'm a student from the village of Dropstone. Headed to Luxembourg. So for a while, at least, it seems we'll be traveling together. Say, have you heard about that long tunnel on the way to Luxembourg? When the train passes through it, every light on board goes dark. Stranger still, once the train nears the tunnel, all access to the deluxe car is cut off. Just imagine the kind of monkey business some passengers get up to under the cover of dark. Something very strange must be going on if they're cutting off all access to the deluxe suites. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. Why didn't I see it before? Luke, I think I've figured things out. Quick, you two, to the deluxe suites. Right behind you. The Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to visit the deluxe car. Just something you can decide, eh? Let me in. Locked the entirety before. Here we are at the deluxe car. Something's written on that sign on the door. Actually, it appears to be a puzzle of some sort. I have a hunch that if we can solve the puzzle, we can gain access to the car. We're gonna be stuck out here forever, aren't we? Number 56, the door's code. In order to pass through the store, Luke and Layton must arrange the symbols according to the following rules. The star must be next to the moon. Got it. The X must be second from the top. Got it. The circle must be somewhere above the diamond. The moon must be located 2 places below the diamond. Can I move the sign? Is this one of those things? The moon must be located 2 places below the diamond. It'd be easier if this sign was sideways. Okay. Give it a shot, eh? It's a weird pattern in the back. I don't know if that means anything. Second from the top. Which is the only thing that does what they're saying. Stars next to the moon. X is second from the top. Circles above the diamond. The moon must be located 2 places below the diamond. Okay. I don't know. That's it. It's gotta be.
This should do the trick.
Like there's nowhere else on the screen I can click.
Leaves no puzzle unsolved.
You're in. Good job cracking that code. Okay, I made that harder than it was. There we are. The door's open now. Got a new hamster toy. It's a hidden block. From Mario. Use this block to help your hamster get in shape. Door's code. Holy smoke, look at this place. It's out of control. Yes, it's far more luxurious than the standard cars. Tickets to stay here must cost a pretty penny. Whoop. Oh, Professor, this room is just breathtaking. And 1.5 times as big as our room to boot. Plus, just look at how super cushy the sofa is. Whee! Come now, don't jump on the sofa. Luke, do you remember the discussion we had about how gentlemen act when... Well, you're right, it's so cushy. Whee! Children. How's everybody feeling? Sorry to bust in on the party, but I'm just here to snazz up the rooms. Let's see. Should they go here? Negative, Sammy. That's no good. Hey, you there. Smart-looking dude. I mean you, man. Me, good sir? Uncle Bungalooga. Bungalooga. Wow. Uncle Beluga, I mean the boss man told me to pretty up the place with some flowers. Can you figure out where I should put these things to make the room smell nice? Of course. It shouldn't be too much trouble to find a spot for these flowers. A spot for flowers as lovely as these. Number 57. Smell the roses. Puppies will put them to sleep. Why do you want to sleep, though? Ah, there's nothing like fresh-cut roses to boost your spirits. Can you help Sammy freshen up the whole car with their fragrance? Tap a square with your stylus to place a rose. The fragrance of each rose reaches 2 spaces in all directions, but can't penetrate walls. The fragrance of 2 or more roses overlaps. The resulting smell will be overpowering. Make sure to keep your roses spaced out. To remove an existing rose, just tap on it again. Okay. So you'd be like, I see. Got it. Aha.
And now to test my theory.
It's enough clicking.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Well done. 5 roses were just enough to freshen up the car. There. How's that? Well, real nice. It's not crazy, but it makes a statement. I'm sure it'll jive with the boss man. Well, anyhow, kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your ride on the Voluntary Express. These aren't our cars. No, sir. Now the whole room smells nice. Yes, quite nice, I'd say. But back to the task at hand. We've given this place a once-over and come up empty-handed. A gentleman can't very well go barging into other people's rooms. So let's go to our room for now. Oh, Professor, do we have to? It feels like it's gotten so late. Can't we just stay here for now? The Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to return to their quarters once more.